Hey, what's up, YouTube? 100% here, and this 100% me to you again. And like I said in my videos before, uh, I usually use it as my background when I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z, whether it's the anime or the game. I haven't actually spoken about any other Dragon Ball Z game. I think maybe Xenoverse, sorry. But now I'm gonna talk about Z Fighter. So on the last episode that the last video I did, I was speaking about what do I think about Super. So I pretty much forgot to speak about Z Fighter. I was supposed to speak about Z Fighter in that video, and yeah, my friends wanted me to share my thoughts on like what I think about Z Fighter and like am I looking forward to it and all that stuff. And simple as I can put it is no. As simple as I can put it is no. I'm honestly not looking forward to it. I'm gonna tell you straight up why. This is me being completely honest. One, because they don't need that as a franchise, and sorry, as a series, I guess, because they already have a whole bunch of fighter games, Tenkaichi for sure, and the Xenoverse. Xenoverse is basically like a Tenkaichi, right? But just online. Cool. Reason why I say they don't need that as a series is because this is a game that's basically trying to work its way into the FGC. I think it has yeah, it's trying to make itself to the FGC. Basically, you can say. But I felt like Budokai already did that, and Shin Budokai. Now, Budokai 3 was a great game. It was just out of its like time. Literally, that game was so advanced for its time. That's a PS2 game, and Budokai was that good. And even for the PSP, Shin Budokai, I think they added like the Rage Dash or something like that. And to me, that was basically FGC style for me. Now I know it wasn't 2D. Well, Budokai was 2D, but it could have been 3D as well because the controllers was kind of tricky. But they could have fixed that. Honestly, they would have made Budokai 4, or they would have went for Shin Budokai 3. They could have definitely had fixed that. They could have definitely had fixed that. Now that's Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 and Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai 3. They could have just called it Dragon Ball Super Budokai, you know what I'm saying? Or Budokai Super. Since we're in the Super era, right? That's just for the name title, but it's just hype. It's overly hype. I know it's overly hype. There's definitely gonna be like its own section of it. This is why I say the game is. Am I saying that it's gonna fail? No. I'm saying that it's just I just don't like it personally. I'm giving you what I think about it. Is it gonna fail as a game? No. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people's gonna use this as their escape gate as a game. And they're gonna try to learn it as bad as they can because the FGC is growing and a lot of new names coming out. So and as a society, as life, we're entering into a big like digital type of world, and gaming is always going to be on top of that. So it's like they're going to use this as their escape game. So people that are not as good in Street Fighter or not as good in Guilty Gear, not as good in Blaze Blue or Mortal Kombat or Tekken or Injustice, whatever game, you know, they're going to use this to play. So it's going to have like people wise, like personal community wise, but still part of the FGC. It's gonna have a few heads in it. Like there's gonna be some numbers for it. It's not gonna be as big, but there's gonna be some numbers for it. For example, like Mortal Kombat is not as big, or like I think Killer Instinct is not as big either. But it's gonna have some numbers for it. Like games like Mortal Kombat, I think KI or like Pokken, they don't have big numbers when it comes to people playing it. So that's why this game is still gonna be canon because of that. But the people right now, the amount of people that's like hype for this game and all that stuff, that's definitely gonna drop by like a large 65% of it. Large 65%. Because seriously, man, this game is not or is already like the graphics and all that's beautiful. It's already not better than Dragon Ball Z. Like, the Budokai 3. It really is no lie. Or Shin Budokai. Like, you know, you can just tell by the way it looks like. It's a different style. No, I see what they did. but it's already, it's all hype, man. You know what really pissed me off, and I'm not that it pissed me off. I take that back, but you know what I mean that it's all hype is because of the fact that there was this like one episode of this guy. I think he had it on YouTube. I don't know who it is, and there was a lot of people talking about this. Like, oh, they took, they was basically making a hype about like specifically like their movements and everything, like how they implemented on the game, like from drawing to drawing, like a video where they showed it from sketch to sketch. You know what I'm saying? And that's hype. When it comes to other Dragon Ball games, how many times have they not have shown something like that? You probably didn't search with the YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? But they definitely made something like that before. And there was a lot of people like speaking about that. And I honestly just found it, like that wasn't really something to hype up because, you know, like they was emphasizing on Frieza's death ball and how it looked like and how he puts his hand up and how like supposedly how like perfected and skill drawn it was. For Budokai had to do the same thing. I mean, what Frieza didn't put both hands up for a death ball. He does it the same way he did it. In Budokai 3, Tenkaichi. Did they focus on more detail in this game? Yeah, because it really doesn't have much to offer but that, honestly. Just a regular side on side fighting game. It's not an interesting. That's what I mean by when it comes to fighting games for Dragon Ball. What made a fighting Dragon Ball game was what made a fighting game that was a Dragon Ball game interesting was the fact that it was different. Like, yeah, Budokai was side to side, but there was some different things into it, and you had to learn the buttons very well to fly, and to charge and to teleport, to move dash to the side. You know what I'm saying? Block and everything. And as for Tenkaichi, which basically made it like a actual anime fight, you can say, because that's what everybody wanted the next when it came to a Z Fighter game. So that's how I feel about that game. Look at the roster, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really not trying to be hard on it, but I'm very disappointed. It's just because I'm really a big fan of Dragon Ball, and I just gotta be honest. Why did they put Nappa? I just don't understand that part. I think Nappa's in the game, right? Nappa, they made it to the game. Android 16, like like what? Like it was crazy. There was no point in that. You know what I'm saying? They should have been focusing where they left off, and they was leaving off at like Dragon Ball Super. Right? Dragon Ball Super is still going on, right? Like, why wasn't the first character shown like a Black Goku or something? I haven't seen Black Goku. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen like a Black Goku. I haven't seen Khalifa. None of the new Saiyans I have seen in the game yet. It's just like what is going on. So I just don't understand that really. Like that could have made this probably more interesting. But even that they didn't do. So to me, it's all hype. You can obviously tell because of the characters that they're putting in, like Nappa. They're just testing to see if this is gonna work out, and it's like it's not gonna work out, but it's gonna survive. Because, like I said, when it comes to the tournaments, those people that can't play good in other games, they're gonna use this as their escape game. But when they see that it wasn't, it didn't really work out, then hopefully they make a Budokai 4, man. Because imagine a Budokai 4 fixed up to today's graphics, nice and neat, and all these new characters from the Super or whatever. Even though I don't like Super, but it still ran like a Budokai and it had characters in Budokai 3 or Shin Budokai 2, that legit made, you imagine? And they just fixed the controls problem. They made it a little bit more different, but still competitive because Budokai 3 was literally like competitive. It was FGC style. If that would have came back at this time the way the FGC is, a lot of people would have put it. Would have put it, definitely. Definitely. So that's pretty much like how I feel about Z Fighter. And I'm sorry about that just now. I just smoked some of my vape. But yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about Z Fighter. Hopefully, my friends wanted to make this video because they're gonna tell other people to watch it and basically like see like how he feels about it because he was arguing, long story short, with some people. Then they was really backing up Z Fighter and Super. So I just said I was more than happy to make a video and knock it as hard as I can. I mean, I wasn't trying to really knock it as hard as I can, but I had to be honest. And honestly, is it gonna fail? I don't want to say that. That's it. I don't want to say that. It's just gonna survive. Now, by surviving, did it work? Um, like I don't want to answer that. I don't want to say it's gonna fail because I love Dragon Ball, but it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. That's what I'm saying. They putting these characters and all this random stuff just to test it out. This is not gonna work. Not the way they expected it. It might survive in tournaments stuff like that, but we definitely not gonna see it like a part two. Let me tell you that right now. Unless they decide to do it anyway. But I guess after this they should just because I feel like this is a mistake honestly. But let me speak for myself. But if I was them, I would have just gone straight for a Budokai 4. But let's say if I would have been them make this mistake, because I think this is a mistake personally, I would have learned from this and just go into making Budokai 4 seriously, like not waste the player's time anymore. You understand? That's how you make money. So no offense, there's not a shout out to the company or nothing like that. Nah, I don't want to sound so hostile or anything, but it's just like sometimes like the obvious things like they so easy to miss, but you gotta just start from there. Like why they thought about this instead of Budokai 4? You understand? Like that's the part that I don't get. You understand what I'm saying? Like that would have been the perfect chance because they don't even have Budokai 3 remastered for like the PlayStation 4. I think they have it for the PlayStation 3 where you could rent it or something like that or remastered. But I don't know for the PS4 they don't have it. You see what they did for Marvel Capcom 2? So that could have been a perfect chance to make, Budokai 4. Because it would have been hype if they throw a remastered Budokai 3 for the PS4. Everybody would have been like, okay, Budokai 3 is for the, PlayStation 4. And shit, they put a fucking online mode. We can actually play against each other online. That's cool. You imagine? So then it's like, okay, I understand why they made this game because then that game came out. Now we have to wait a little bit more for the new Budokai. But they didn't do that, so they should have just gone straight to it. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you guys think. If you like the video, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Leave a comment. I usually don't say that in my videos, but that's just how I feel about it. I'm gonna tell my friends about it. Let's see what they have to say in the comments or whenever they see me in person. But yeah, it's 100% me, too, and Gam, and I'm signing out.